Hi everybody, how you doing? This is the first of two videos I'm going to make regarding your test review that you got in class today and worked on. Okay, so I'm going to go through the 19 problems that we have. Number one, find the sum of the measures of the interior angles. You got to know the formula for this. N minus 2 times 180. And that'll be the sum of the measures for this one, which will be B, 50/40. Okay, so when you have a 30-sided figure, 30 minus 2 is 28. 28 times 180 means that's going to be how many degrees we have inside of that. So we get B. Number two, sum of the measures of the exterior angles. Okay, this one you don't even have to do any math. You just have to know the rule. And for exterior angles, the rule is exterior angles, it doesn't matter how many sides the figure is, they're going to add up to 360. Okay, so H for number two. Number three, if the measure of each interior angle of a regular polygon is 108, find the measure of each exterior angle. This one's a little bit more of a challenge. You've got to know what type of polygon, a regular polygon, has degrees of 108. A three-sided figure is a triangle. There's 180 degrees in a triangle, so if we had a regular triangle, there's 60 degrees at every angle. Four-sided figure, a square, has 360. Every angle is 90. Five-sided figure has 540 degrees. If it's a regular pentagon, 108. And this is the one we're looking for, okay? So it's a five-sided figure. That's how we figured it out. So find the measure of each exterior angle. We know there's 360 degrees in the exterior angles, and if there's 5 of them, 360 divided by 5 gives us 72. So for number 3, the answer B, 72. 4, for parallelogram ABC, find the value of x. This one's a little easier than maybe even some of the others. What do we know about parallelograms? This is going to be equivalent sides. We set them equal to each other. Set them equal to each other. Once you do that, you will end up getting an answer of h is equal to 16 is the answer, h. We end up with 32 equals 2x, x equals 16. Remember something, you guys. Remember, this happened to a few of you on the quiz. Find out what they're asking. They're asking you the value of x. They're not asking you the length of the segment. If they ask you length of the segment, you put 16 in here. So you get 3 times 16, get 48. 48 plus 20 is 68. If they were asking you for the segment BC. But they're asking you for x. Know what the question is asking, everybody. 5, you got to know the theorems. And you got to go back. Which of the following is a property of a parallelogram? It's this one. The other three could happen, but isn't a property, meaning it happens all the time. Diagonals always bisect each other in a parallelogram. So when we do this, those are congruent, and those are congruent right there. We have bisecting diagonals. Okay? Number 6. Find the values of x and y, so ABC will be a parallelogram. Okay, folks, it's a parallelogram is what we want. That means we have parallel situations here. What's our rule from the fall? Alternate interior angles. That means this angle, 4x, has to equal 24 because of our alternate interior angles rule. So 4x equals 24, x equals 6. So x is going to equal 6, so it's either going to be f or g for our answer. And now let's solve for y. Y minus 10 equals 32. Y equals 42. So our answer for number 6 is F. Let me change the screen a little bit. All right, let's go to number 7. Find the value of x so the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. All right, so what you're going to do on number 7 is, these are equivalent. Opposite angles of a quadrilateral, the parallelogram of a parallelogram are congruent. You got to know your theorems on this. That's why these are equivalent, these are equivalent. So our answer is B, 46. Number 8. When you plot the points out, find the coordinates of D to make a parallelogram. It's going to be this one. When you plot this out, you get these 3 points. Points that look like that. And then this point ends up being 8, 0 on the coordinate plane. Okay, so for number 8, your answer is F. What's a property of all rectangles? Which one do we have for all rectangles? And that's here. We have right angles. That's the only one that'll happen there. So that's number 9. Number 10. This one's good. It might help you to make a diagram. So you have a rectangle. And the reason why it might be really good to make the diagram is A, B, C, D. So you've got a visual of this. Diagonals, A, C, B, D. What do we know about them? They're congruent. So that we set them equal to each other. 2x plus 10 equals 56. X is going to equal 23 once you solve that. Okay, last one I'm going to do for the front side of our review is this one. It's another coordinate plane. All you're doing is graphing and finding the other point. It's actually pretty easy, and you'll get C. So I'm going to do the second video later. I'll get it posted later. But this covers all the types of skills and concepts that you're going to have to be responsible for on your test Friday. All of these sort of things about rectangles, about diagonals. So it helps to go back to our theorem list. All right?